Hello world, it is Thursday, I must say Wednesday, Thursday, July 6, 2023, and looking out the window at Defiance. It's kind of a hazy, humid morning. Some sunshine. I think there's going to be some mixed weather today, but I think a change is coming because I think later in the week we should see some cooler weather at night at least. The devotion for today is entitled Stoking Wanderlust, and it's written by Molly Baskett. Molly bases the devotion upon Psalm 139, verses 7 through 8, New Revised Standard Version. Where can I go from your spirit? Or where can I flee from your presence? If I ascend to heaven, you are there. If I make my bed in Sheol, you are there. And then Molly writes, sometimes traveling is heaven. Sometimes it is hell. What it always is, a growth experience. Travel makes brains young again. As we encounter new people and novel situations, our neural circuitry goes off its well-worn paths to forge fresh psychic roads. As some of us age, we get a little too comfortable staying put. Wanderlust, like libido, may fade with the decades. We prefer the comfort of our bed, the roads more traveled. We need reminding that movement has always been the way of God's people. From old Abraham searching for a homeland to the Hebrew wilderness wanderers to Jesus himself. He may not have traveled very far from where he was born, but he was constantly on the move, encountering new people, culture, and situations, and letting them expand his thinking and being. I recently took my first trip out of the country in a long time, my first adult friend trip without kids in tow. We had hair-raising rides in Mexico City's storied traffic, ate bugs on purpose, and museumed galore. On the last day, tired out from the heat, the inedible mosquitoes, and the din of one of the world's busiest cities, we cloistered in our downtown condo. It was easy to do. The avenue was closed off for blocks in either direction as thousands of protesters took to the streets. Bands tubaed by in an endless circular picket. Cannons went off at 8-second intervals. I went out into the scrum to get some medicine for a friend and found the convenience stores barricaded shut. Even though the mood was friendly and the riot police lax in their posture, I found my anxiety rising. I asked someone what the protest was for. For Claudia Sheinbaum to become the first woman and first Jewish president of Mexico, came the answer. Can you imagine in a country as macho as Mexico? It was a protest hoping to crown a woman king. I felt Jesus at my elbow and joined in shouting. In Molly's prayer, God, make me always eager to wander, and when my body can't anymore, let me feast on these memories. Amen. Well, a couple things that come to mind in this devotional. One is in a historical moment that occurred at the UCC General Synod this last weekend in Indianapolis, in that the Reverend Dr. My brain just went right up. Karen Georgia Thompson was elected as the new President and General Minister of the United Church of Christ. And the Reverend Dr. Karen Georgia Thompson is the first woman president of the UCC, the first woman of African descent, and is also a Jamaican immigrant. I think she moved here when she was a little kid. And she's marvelous. I think she's going to do some great things. I'm really looking forward to her time as the President and General Minister of the UCC. The other thing this made me think of is not being afraid of new experiences, exposing yourself to some new things, taking risks for some new ventures, new futures, stepping out from your comfort zone, because you may find that rather than being scared, you might be invigorated and find a new calling or a new path for your calling. So it's important to to not let fear keep you from doing something, or maybe not even fear, just comfort. Because sometimes I think we do get too comfortable and never leave what we're in. And maybe there's some fear behind that, but we don't know what we're missing until we know. My old saying, you don't know what you don't know until you know. And once you know, you can't unknow it. So push yourself a little bit. Get out of your comfort zone. Try some new things. See what incredible good might come out of it. It's Thursday. I hope you'll join us on Sunday for worship, either in person or on Facebook Live. We'd love to have you physically come to the church, but if you are unable, or if you're not local and you're watching this, please join us on Facebook Live. There is opportunity to support the missions and ministries of the church through a QR code and a URL that's shown as at one part of the worship service. So we really appreciate anything you can give to help continue the ministries of St. John United Church of Christ. And I hope to talk to you soon.